Since I was a child, I defended Suntail Hawk with honor, only to realize the card is complete utter trash. And not only that, white cards, in general, are also trash.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
However, thanks to the deck I present today, I feel like my childhood has been redeemed. In that deck is Tymna, Camahall, Abzan, Flying Man. The deck uses a series of evasive creatures, combined with Tymna's draw ability to generate value in the early game, and use Camahall as an overrun effect to end the game. However, a human you'd be asking, why not just play Edric? Since Edric gives you access to blue and bind and assassin effects. And the main answer to that is that Edric is only one commander. We have two commanders, thanks to partner. The fact that our deck has two commanders means that it makes our deck a lot more resilient to removal, since we'll either be drawing cards with Tymna or killing our opponents with Camahall. Since our opponents will likely have to spend removal killing one of them, the other is likely to get through. The only downside is that we lose blue. However, green makes up for this, with being the color pie break we needed. With green now having access to bind and assassin effects, and saying fuck you to the color pie while white players cry in the corner. In addition, we run cards like Selfless Spirit that help protect our creatures against the ever-present board wipes in the commander format. Another great thing about our commanders is that they both trigger on combat, meaning that even if they are to get caught up in a board wipe, we are likely to get some value from them right away. And lastly, our deck rounds out with your typical removal, card draw, mana ramp, and board wipes. And as always, if this is content you enjoy, feel free to subscribe, ring the bell, and now on to the gameplay.
Round 1.
Our first game opponents are Elsha the Infinite, Paco, and Tymna. Elsha is probably on some form of control deck, using Elsha's ability to generate value by playing cards off the top. Tymna is probably on Merfolk Tribal, because there isn't really another way to build it, and Paco is likely on the steal your cards and play them plan. They're the best deck at the table, probably, because taking everyone's best card is pretty scary. This hand's alright. We have evasive creatures, card draw, some ramp. We like to draw another evasive creature, though, so we can trigger Tymna twice in a turn, so we can drop the 2 cards per turn, and get the value rolling. Merfolk play Breeding Pool tapped. We draw a Topplgeist. There we go, another evasive creature. Let's play Command Tower. Let's play Blightkeeper. Elsha plays an island. Partners play Stomping Ground and Passing. Merfolk play an island. Into Deep Root Elite. Metallic Mimic for Merfolk, pretty much. We draw Temple. Let's play Temple. Sky 1. Selfless Spirit. We'll keep that on top. Let's play Topplgeist. And tap the fish. Elsha plays a mountain. Sulfur Falls and Stronic Resonator. That's pretty good with Pago. You get double trigger that way. Glowing White's a Whiffle Mock. Will they whiff? And yes, they do. Yellow Mock keeps his 100% whiff rate on the channel. And they attack Elsha for 1. They take it. Druid's Repository. We can set up for more explosive turns in the future. Let's attack Paco for 2, because again, they're the scariest at the table. Repository triggers. We get 2 counters. And let's cast Selfless Spirit. Elsha foretells a card. Wonder what it could be. It probably could be the White Wrath or maybe Raven Form. Because yeah, blue can now exile artifacts, but white can't draw cards because that'd be way too broken. And they play planes. Dryad of Losing Grove into Myriad Landscape. Arcane Signet into Crypto's Lights. The lights can make a ton of mana, that's pretty scary. Battlefield Raptor. Let's play land. Cast Tymna to refill our hand. Swing 1 each at Elsha and Fish. 2 at Paco. Repository triggers. We get 3 counters. Tymna trigger. Let's pay 3 and draw 3. Drawing Frostfang, Swords, and Rune Raider. Card draw and removal. That's all good to have. Let's play Smothering Tithe. Get even more mana. Tithe trigger. They don't pay. We make a treasure. They cast Factor Fiction, choosing us. Future Sight, Chaos Warp, Creator's Wand, Dovin's Veto, and Chandra's Awakened Inferno. Let's see if we can politic with them. See if we can get some value. Nope. Well, I guess we have to put Chandra in its own pile and against 4 other cards because it's just so good against us. It kills pretty much our entire deck. I know we have Selfless Spirit, but if Selfless Spirit dies, we're kinda screwed, so we have to do it anyway. We make another treasure. Command Beacon. They play Paco. Let's Swords Paco, because that's pretty scary. That could be a lot of damage, and they're probably going our way. They go to 38. More treasure. Casting a Harbinger of the Tides. Bouncing our Selfless Spirit. Well, that's just rude. They put a +1/+1 counter on the Harbinger. They cast Cold Eye Snake. Putting a 1/1 counter on that as well. We draw Aura Shards. That's pretty good. Rest in peace mana locks for our opponents. Let's cast Frostfang to draw even more. Go to combat. Let's attack Elsha for 2, and Paco and Fish for 1 each. Repository gets 3 counters. Philosophy triggers, we draw 3. Drawing Township, a land, Drowsing Dagger. Tymna triggers, we draw 2 lands and Eye Collector. Play Township, let's cast Dagger. Give Paco the plant since Elsha's a free attack right now. Let's replay Selfless Spirit and Fish Scoops. I honestly don't know why. I mean, it's Magic Online in EDH. Pretty much everyone scoops in the game. I honestly don't know why. People just rage quit or they lose the connection. But anyway, and now there are 2. Let's cast Eye Collector and set up for maybe a big overrun next turn. We make another treasure. They cast Elsha. That's going to be a lot of card advantage if they untap with it. Paco sacks Command Beacon, getting it back to their hand. They replay Paco. They go to combat, attacking us. Paco triggers, exiling Whirlwind Denial, Sakashima, and shield summons. That shield summons would be really good to have right now. Rest in peace, my friend. Paco gets 2 counters. We block with the snake since we don't take any damage. We draw land. Let's play Passage. Crack the Passage. Get a swamp. We actually can't really one-shot anyone here, so it just gets some more value, so we don't auto-lose to a board wipe or removal spell here. Let's equip the dagger. Activate Township. Growing the team. Swing all the evasive guys at Paco, and the snake at Elsha. No blocks. We draw a bunch. Paco goes to 26, while Elsha goes to 33. We draw a sword, an elf, some lands, Bygone Bishop. Dagger flips. Everyone mills 1. We mill another sword, rest in peace. Elsha mills Dream Swallow, and Paco mills a mountain. Tymna triggers. We draw some more lands. Let's cast Aura Shards. Cast Bygone Bishop. Shards trigger. Let's kill the Resonator, cause that can be a problem. Cast Sword of Fire and Ice. And let's pass, discarding a bunch of lands. They cast Raven Form, targeting our sword. Rest in peace, we hardly knew you. We get a bird. Aura Shards triggers. Let's kill the Dryad. They gotta have an instant speed Wrath here, right? Didn't do anything. And you would think on 2 and 6 they would be doing something, so let's keep an eye out. They might have like Evacuation or Aetherize or Settle the Wreckage, so let's keep an eye out on that. I may not want to go all in, kill one player if I'm just gonna lose all my stuff. They cast Temporal Spring, targeting Aura Shards. That goes on top. They cast Branching Evolution, attacking us with Paco, exiling a mountain, Tropical Island, and our Aura Shards. We block with the bird, cause no damage. Let's draw a land. Let's cast Camel, and it was ours. Well, that's even more sus. Let's go to combat, and combat happens. Our creatures get +3/+3 and trample. They gotta have something here, right? Let's just attack with a couple creatures at Paco, because I think they might have Aetherize or Settle, or something similar, and I don't want to get screwed over. Repository triggers. We get 2 counters. Let's draw 2. Draw Stinger and Steve. And Vault of the Archangel. That's pretty good for surprise Death Touch, and we can use the lifelink to win the race. Cast Stinger. Bygone Bishop triggers. We make a clue. Card draw in white.
Stop it. Get some help.
And it's passed, leaving up the vault in case Paco wants to go after us. Elsha plays Arcane Sting and passing. Yeah, that's even more sus. They aren't doing anything and they have tons of cards in hand. Yeah, they definitely have a Wrath or something. Because why else would you not play anything here? Other than Arcane Signet. We get more treasure. Sword at Feast and Famine. No equipping? That's interesting. Attacking us. Exiling Treasure Cruise, Kite Sail Clerk, and Noxious Survival. Paco gets more counters. Let's block with Eye Collector. And activate the vault, giving it Death Touch and Lifelink. I don't think they were expecting that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Nope. They cast Beast Within on Eye Collector. That's pretty good. I'll trade Beast Within for Eye Collector every day. We get a 3/3 Beast and take no damage. We draw land. I'm still scared of the open mana. Let's go to combat, attack 3 evasive guys at Paco, and the Beast at Elsha. See if they do anything. We get more counters. Paco scoops it up. And we draw a bunch, drawing Shriekmaw, some lands, Glowing Lights, and Toski, the green color pie break. Let's play Lights, and it doesn't whiff? Wait, that's illegal. Getting Hope of Gilva. Let's cast Shriekmaw to kill Elsha. In response, they cast Chaos Whip. That seems a little late, but okay. We have Balaguer Recovery on top. That's pretty good to have. Elsha goes down. Let's cast Toski. And pass. I don't want to overextend. It's the Wrath I think they have. We pretty much have lethal on them anyway, so it'll just be overextending at this point. So we'll just pass and discard a bunch of lands. They flash back looting. We get some treasure, discarding some lands. Yeah, they definitely have Settle or Evacuation, I feel like. We draw Balaguer Recovery. Let's go to combat. Our creatures get +3/+3 and trample. Let's tackle 6 creatures and see what happens. Repository triggers. Yep, there it is. Aetherize. Totally call it. Not so bad since we only attacked with a couple creatures, and we can get more clues off Bygone Bishop, so we can get even more value there. Let's just replay everything now. Play Stinger, Lightkeeper, Topplegeist, Hope of Gilfer, Toski, Steve. Make a lot of clues. We have so many clues now, so even if they do wrath us, we should be able to rebuild with all the clues. And let's leave out Township for lethal next turn. Glasses Bounty. They make treasures, and they scoop it up, and we get the win for game 1. And now on to game 2. Alright, game 2, up against the Dwarf Legend, Durevi and Obeka. Dwarfs is on Dwarf Tribal. I'm guessing Durevi is either on Bird Tribal or Stacks. Let's hope they aren't on Stacks. And I haven't really played against Obeka, so I have no idea what they're doing. Probably a lot of broken stuff, because you can use the end of turn mechanic, which is pretty stupid. This hand's alright, we can keep it. We have creatures, card draw, colors, and some wrath. Bleeding Pool, shocking. Into Mana Vault. Gotta love the fast EDH starts. 5 mana turn 2, seems fair. We draw a Solitary Foot Soldier, another evasive creature, that's good to have. Let's play Temple, Sky 1, Top, Smothering Tithe, Path of Ancestry, that's pretty good for turn 1, every dwarf they play is gonna be Sky 1. Bloodstained Mire, cracking the Mire, getting a dual land, and they cast Opt, topping the card, drawing it. Farseek, getting a Temple Garden, passing. We draw Tithe, play Ballista Screecher, help gain us life thanks to the Extort. Magda into play, Path Trigger, they bottom the card, and they cast Paradise Mantle. That's pretty good with Magda. Obeka casts Vampiric Tutor, oof, and they miss a land drop. I'm assuming they got a land off the Vampiric Tutor, but yeah, this is why you don't keep one Landis, guys. Saval in the play, that's pretty good with Durevi. I guess they aren't on Stacks or Birds, so I have no idea what they're doing. We draw Topplegeist, play land, cast the Angel, which Extort and set up for future turns, so we can draw 2 off Tymna. Next turn. Sucks we don't have double white here, but what can you do? Let's go to combat, attack Durevi for 1, cause why not? Jessica's Will, oh boy, they get 6 mana, hitting Red Elemental Blast, Scourge of the Throne, and Mana Crypt. Yep, it's gonna be one of these games. They cast Mana Crypt, cast Scourge, extra combat, that's pretty scary. They go to combat, attack Obeka. For 2, they make a treasure. They go to 34, they cast Arcane Signet, even more mana. Quit the Mantle. And it's finally over, that's pretty good for turn 3. Urborg into play, that's gonna help us with mana fixing. Talisman, they're kinda catching up. Still looks really bad compared to what Dwarfs and Durevi are doing. 6 mana turn 3, what can you do about it? Just your typical EDH game nowadays. Durevi takes vault damage. The Vault activation reveals Spark Mage, Island, and Generous Gift, and Scavenger Grounds. They play Durevi, untapping Mana Vault. Bloom Tender, that's even more mana, into Pride Sovereign. I guess they're on Cat Tribal? That's interesting. We draw Plains, let's cast Tymna, no Extort, play Topplegeist, let's tap Durevi down so we can attack. Or attack Durevi and Obeka for 1 each. Tymna triggers, we draw 2, drawing Westfall Abbey, and 1 with Nature. Crypt trigger, they take 3, casting Spark Mage. Path trigger, they top the card. Sad Robot comes to play, getting a mountain. Go to combat, attacking Obeka with the Dwarf, and us with the Dragon. Scourge trigger, they get extra combat and dethrone. They make a treasure too. We take it. Second combat, they do the same attacks. We go to 28, Obeka goes to 29. They make another treasure. They cast Dwarven Miner. Hope they don't go after our lands, because we're kind of relying on non-basics at this point. Obeka casts Dockside. Oh boy, that's going to be a lot of treasures. They cast Demonic Tutor, Clever Impersonator, copying Dockside. Damnation, well, we aren't dead, I guess, so I'll take it. Sad Robot triggers. They draw a card. Durevi takes vault damage. They cast Recruiter the Guard, grabbing the Elder. We draw a Swamp. Let's cast Smothering Tithe so we can keep up with everyone's ramp. And we'll play Solitary Foot Soldier to set up for next turn. We can get some ramp with 1 with Nature and card draw with Keeper of Fables, so I like that plan. We make a treasure. They cast Magda again. Path trigger. They bottom the card. They play Pilot's Pillage. Make some more treasure. We get more treasure. They just got a mountain. Drawing 2. They quit the mantle and pass. We make another treasure. Phyrexian Delver into play, getting Clever Impersonator back. Copying our Tithe, oh boy. I feel bad for Joyce and Durevi now. They have to deal with 2 Smothering Tithes. They cast Obeka. Me and Obeka make treasures. Durevi takes vault damage. They play High Market. And they pass the turn, they're probably gonna flash in Durevi on instep, so we gotta keep an eye out on that. We draw a Malco Birth, that's good protection to have. Let's cast Keeper of Fables. We'll cast 1 with Nature and put on the Solitary Foot Soldier. Play a Swamp, cast Tymna, and attack Obeka for 1. They take it, going to 21. Keeper triggers, 1 with Nature triggers, getting a Force to play, drawing Aven Skirmisher. Obeka gets a treasure, Tymna triggers, we draw Plains, they get even more treasure, and if turn Magda sacks 5 treasures. They get Steel Hellkite. Oof, I hope they don't go at us, we could lose those Smothering Tithes. Obeka gets a treasure, we don't, cause they pay, that's just rude. Attacking us, that's even more rude. We take it, going to 22, and they pay 6? Wait, what? They pay 6? I think they messed up. They could have killed us tithe here. I mean, I'll take it. Becca attacks the levy for 3. They go to 30. Vault triggers. They take more damage. We get more treasure. Becca 2. Play dramatic reversal. That's interesting. They untap the vault. Cast Fable Elder. Magda makes mana, makes a treasure, and does nothing with it. That's weird. We draw Blink Moth. That's pretty good against the Wraths. Let's go to combat. Attack Keeper at the levy. Tymna at Dwarfs. And the Foot Soldier at Obeka. Keeper triggers, drawing some land and Suntail Hawk. The namesake of the deck is finally here. Let's put a Plains into play, off the Nature trigger. Tymna triggers, drawing 3, paying 3. Drawing land, Realm Cloak Giant, and Ore Shards. Let's cast Ore Shards. It gets Swan Song, oof. We get a bird. Let's cast Avenged Skirmisher. And I don't want to overextend to a board wipe, so we can rebuild with Tymna if someone laughs, so I'll just pass and discard some lands. Dwarfs take 3 damage off Mana Crypt. Me and Obeka make more treasure. They play the Dwarf that kills walls. Imagine if someone was playing Arcades right now. Dwarven Blast Miner. Someone who really likes land destruction. Let's go to combat, attacking us for 5. Let's block with the Skirmisher since it's smaller than the bird. Let's activate the Vault, giving Death Touch and Lifelink. And out Assault they scoop. Professor's words, reading the card, explains the card. Obeka passes. They have so much mana, I guess I'd just have lands in hand. Julevi takes vault damage. We both get treasures. They bring Julevi into play. Untap the vault. They cast Bowden Elixir. That screams combo. And they pass. We draw Plains. Let's play a land. Let's cast Camahall. Animate the Blink Moth. Julevi untaps the Elder. They cast Generous Gift on Camahall. It's time for the Uno Reverse. Let's cast Malco Birth. We're losing 2, but we get to keep Camahall. We get a 3/3 elf and a deal 2. Let's go to combat. All creatures get +3/+3 and trample. Let's swing all of them at Julevi. Since Obeka only has 1 card in hand, I feel like I can 1v1 Obeka at this point. It's just me and Obeka now. Let's see if they draw Wrath, because I feel like they're screwed otherwise. Keeper triggers. One of Nature triggers. We get a Force in the play. And we draw another traitor. And let's pass in case they do draw that Wrath. And did they draw it? Nope. And they scoop it up. And we get the win. Sweet. Surprisingly, the deck actually did pretty well. The combination of Tymna being able to draw multiple cards a turn, and Camahall being a great finisher, is what really puts the deck over the top. However, one thing I would change about the deck, I know it didn't come up in any of the games we played today. After playing some other games off camera, I feel like probably want more high CMC lamps, so like we don't really want to run cards like Steve, even though they can help trigger Tymna and great with Camahall, because if we don't have Camahall out, our creatures are pretty useless. We can draw a bunch of cards with Tymna, but we won't be able to actually kill anyone. So if I was to make a change to the deck, that would probably be it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and that was the game for today. As always, I'm out.